it's Dee from Parakore Soaps, and today's soapy project is another Kiwi Soap Makers challenge, this time for May, and this time it is a sculptured layers challenge. So basically a soap that you pour, leave to set to a certain thickness, sculpt away the negative space and then pour the next colour. So today I'm just doing a very simple geometric one. I did think about doing something a little bit more complicated, but I thought I'd go easy on myself and not be too ambitious, so I'm just going to be doing different colours of blue, sort of simulating waves, and it will be, call it Blue Lagoon. The fragrances I'm using today are Ocean by Candle Creations and Breezes. Ocean by Candle Creations and Breezes and Sunshine by Zen. They actually blend quite well together. They're very similar fragrances. I shall put the description of each of those fragrances down in the description box below. So my pour plan is I have mixed all my oils and additives, which is kaolin clay, coconut cream, in the big large bowl here, and I'll be portioning them out because there's 7 layers, so I'm portioning out the soap into 7 layers. I've got my first 3 for my first 3 colours. And then I will be portioning out my lye water, which has got sea salt, white sugar, and I'm trying sodium lactate for the first time to see how that affects the bar and the setup time. And I will just make each layer as I pour it, and that way it'll be quite nicely pourable, so that I don't get too many air pockets in between the layers before I go sculpting through. Now I'm going to use this wee mould today. Now this end here I've actually got sort of like the levels that I need my soap to go up to. Well, I'll need to go above each of these levels for each colour layer. And I have cut my sculpting tools. This is just a little bit of PVC sheeting that I got from one of the jobs I used to work at. We used to use it, and I had some scraps. So I've just left the sticky backing on, except for I took it off to stick it to the popsicle stick, because the popsicle stick will help me keep it level. And I've just cut all those out for sculpting the layers, so hopefully it's firm enough. I was going to use card, but I thought the card that I had was a little bit too thick, and it's not soap resistant, whereas this will be soap resistant, so I could use these again if I wanted to after washing them up. So I'm going to leave this wee guy in here to as my guide to mark my depth of my layers, and I suppose the next thing to do is put on gloves and start adding lye to my portions here. I'll be back in a tick. I think we're emulsified there. Right, so colours I'm going to use today, I'm going to use aquamarine, and I can't remember what shade of green this is, but a green one, and make a sea green out of it. And I'm using Zephyr from Mica Your World, which looks like a nice bluey sea colour. So I don't know I think I might use the Zephyr first. It looks like it might be a little shade darker than the ultramarine. We'll have a look. So my colouring today, I'm kind of winging it. I know I sort of all want sort of sea colours. We'll see how that goes. Haha, made a pun. So what I intend to do is I intend to do the full strength colours first of all, and then in the later layers do the colour with a little bit of titanium white just to lighten them up, and then the final colour of course will be white. Hi, I'm back. It's been about 20 minutes, so I'm just going to go and see how this is doing. So I've got my first scraper in there. Seems to be working okay. Fun part will be the end here. Trying to get this excess soap out. Doesn't look too bad. I'll just clean up the sides here. Okay, leave that for the next time I do this colour. So I don't know how well you can see that, but we've got our little wave ridges there, and it seems to be matching the template at the end nicely. So time for the next colour. I think the next one I'll do will be aquamarine blue. I've already put a teaspoon in there. and of course didn't do too bad with my guesstimation. I've just got 2 little mini cupcakes worth of soap left. For little smell me's or little fragrance samples. So there, it has been a mammoth mission. I started this at 2 o'clock. It is now 7 o'clock. Most of the time's our wait time, just for waiting for that stuff to set up for before you do the layers. It's not a soap that I would do on a regular basis, but interesting for a challenge. So I'm just popping in some light blue cosmetic glitter from sorry, put that where you can see that, from Mica Your World. So I'll just give that water a bit of a sparkle, and we're all done. And we'll just wait. I'll check the soap tomorrow because I've used that sodium lactate to see whether it will be ready to mould tomorrow. Usually I leave my soap in the mould for 2 to 3 days before I mould it, especially if I'm using a silicone mould. But that's the top, and hopefully tomorrow we can cut it to see how the layers were at the bottom. Hi, I'm back to cut my sculptured layer soap. So I did unmold it after 24 hours in the mould, although as you can see it was a bit soft, so I've left it for another 24 hours before cutting it. Even though it still kind of feels firm to the touch, but it's still soft enough to put fingerprints on it. I'm not sure if I'm liking the feel of the sodium lactate in it or not, but I'll just see how it cures up. So anyway, I'm going to cut this one on the side because all the colours are going, so I'm cutting down the colours rather than across them, and I'm using my little wooden blade cutter for this one. So I suppose this is the moment of truth to see how those layers came out. So let's see how that cuts. And how that looks. There we go. Very soft inside, which I find really surprising considering it's been 2 days and I used the sodium lactate, but it's okay. I don't know whether it shows up on the camera, but you can actually see where I poured the lighter soap here in that base soap. So I'll just keep cutting through. Looks like it's going to let's see if we get any clearer image. So I'm cutting these at 1.25 inch thickness because it's in that smaller mould. So there's that second slice. It's almost as though the soap is sweating on the inside. I mean, that could be the fragrance, or it could be the sodium lactate. I'll need to do some more testing with it. But it looks like those sculpted layers turned out nice. Kind of what I was intending. Yeah, that's still quite wet and soft in there. You can see much that finger print. Oops, sorry, I've got it in shade there. Where I put my finger on it, it's quite soft still. Oh, poos. So they probably need a little bit of cleaning up once they've cured for a few days, just to get rid of that smearing. But overall I'm quite pleased with the sculpted design. I'm trying to get it out without putting my fingers all over it. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of those smears. Look like quite a nice looking soap. So the soap's going to look the same right throughout, so I'm not going to bore you with watching cutting the rest of the loaf. I'll finish cutting this and take some stills, and we'll call this project done. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like, comment and share if you like watching this video, and I'll see you next soapy time. Bye for now.